What's up, guys? Jay here. So, no Brave Souls, no Dragalia, no gotcha video today. Instead, we're gonna have a serious talk because I guess I have to have this serious talk again because I've already talked about this on stream last year. I've already talked about this, okay? I talked about this, gave my side and went on about my way, right? Took a year to get over it, and now we're back again because Shady talked about his hiatus, detailing, why he went on a break and everything. And he brought up Nappy's name and he told his side of the story about Nappy. And, Nexus made a video as well talking about Nappy, talking about the friend group, talking about the, Lumio Station, UCL, and just all the verbal abuse that we all took and everything. I know Nick live streamed about Nappy like a few months ago as well. I watched all three videos, and I know my name was brought up. I know, okay, I know. But now, someone was like, Jay, you need to make a video supporting your friend's statements and stuff, because if you don't, it means you're a coward and you're being silent, and being silent is bad and stuff. And it's like, I already talked about this, right? I already talked about this many months ago, last year, literally on stream. I was playing Persona 5, and then I was like, you know what, let's have a talk. And I sat down and started talking about the stuff. So I've already talked about it, but now I gotta do it again. So wow, that's cool, man. Okay, whatever. It's crazy how you get bullied into speaking up, right? Like, like that's not what you do, but sure, okay, whatever, guy. So we're going to talk about Nappy, because yes, Nappy has returned. Nappy's making videos again. He's making content or whatever. And I'll be real with you, I don't care that he's back and making content again. I really fucking don't, okay? Because he's very manipulative, very verbally abusive. You guys know how verbally abusive he is, because you guys watched Primetime, okay? Which I'll talk about Primetime as well, because there are things that you guys just did not know about Primetime that you guys need to know, okay? But yeah, you guys watch Primetime. You guys literally would see what would happen to me in Mario Kart, where I would literally be doing well. I'll be doing my own thing. I might bump into him every now and again, and he will scream at me, or I'll just get screamed at for doing well. I'll throw a red shell at him. He'll scream at me. I'm like, bro, what? It's just a game. And like the reason why I never like snap back is because, well, one, it's just a game, right? It's just a game, and then two, because I don't fucking care. Like I didn't really care. I grew numb, right? I grew numb to all the verbal abuse because it happened a lot. It happened a lot. It happened on stream, off stream. I can't really say if I got verbally abused off stream. I know I got clowned, off stream, every now and again, but I can't say that I got like verbally abused as much as everybody else off stream. I know that it was always on stream or on video for me. So, there's that, and there's proof of all of that, right? There's proof. There's video, stream proof. You guys know. Like, there are people that would literally be like, bruh, you gotta stop yelling at Jay like that, man. Like, people were sticking up for me, and I truly appreciate it. I really wish, I appreciated it more back then. Like I said, I chalked it up to us being friends. I was like, well, if he didn't want to be my friend, I wouldn't be here, which I believed, I 100% believed that. And because I've seen what happens when you speak up against Nappy, right? I've seen what happens, okay? You get cut off, okay? You get completely cut off, right? Like, if you have like a disagreement or whatever, or it's one of those things where it's like, you have like some sort of falling out with him, you get cut off, not just from him, but from the group. And like, we won't really get told much of anything. And then sometimes we get fed lies, right? Like, there was one person who got cut off from the group, and then Nappy told us that they didn't fuck with us anymore. And I was like, wait, whoa, us? What? And so I DM'd said person, and the person was like, oh, no, you and me are cool, bro. Like, we just haven't talked in a while. I'm like, bro, what? What is going on here? So, yeah, no, he was very manipulative, okay? He was very manipulative, very verbally abusive. So there was all of that. So let's talk about See, there's so much to talk about, I feel like, but there's also not much to talk about because I can't give you my input on Lumio Station and the whole money thing. I can't give you guys my input on UCL and, you know, all of that because it's one of those things where it's like I was just there for the ride, right? Like someone hit me up, said, hey, you know, do you want to join the UCL? You know, all of us are joining. It's gonna be fun. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. Let's get it. You know, hanging out with friends, making content with friends, growing together with my friends. That's literally, that was like the motto in the group was, you know, Nappy grew and he will pull everybody up and everybody will grow at the same time and everybody will grow together. That was the motto for the group. That was literally the motto for the group. But whatever. So, you know, Lumio Station happened. And, you know, it was a fun time for what it was. It was a fun time. And then eventually, you know, I guess people wanted to get paid and they just said, you know, fuck Lumio Station, fuck all that. You know, we putting in all this work and not really, you know, getting paid from whatever, which I didn't really mind not being paid because I've been a part of a community channel before. So, you know, normally they don't pay the people that upload there. Is more so, you know, it's like a privilege to upload there basically, right? But it was different this time because we were all friends. You know, we were all friends. So, you know, I thought, yeah, maybe we split the profits or something, but that didn't really happen. But I didn't really care about that though. I didn't too much care. I was, like I said, I was there to upload videos and have fun and grow with my friends. That's all I wanted. So there was that. You know, there would be calls where there would be like screaming matches or whatever, or, you know, Nappy would literally bully his way or bully his opinion to be right or whatever. You know, there was all of that. But basically, if you guys want a description of my character, if you go watch any Penta-Op episode, you would notice that I don't really talk a lot. I just sit and I just play games and I just do whatever. I don't really talk a lot like that. And that was literally my character in those calls, right? That was my character in those calls. So Lumio Station over and done with. UCL, you know, we did UCL. You know, Nexus and Mo had the idea, and, you know, I guess Nappy you know, not necessarily jump started it, but he, I guess, took the lead and then just ran with it or whatever. So, you know, okay, whatever. Like, that's Nexus's story to tell, not mine, because I was just there for the ride. I was just there for the ride. But then, let's see, mid 2016, and this is going to be the part where I explain how I'm not really close to anybody, right? Because people were like, well, Jay, how did you not know about all this stuff with Nappy that came out last year? And it's like, bro, I wasn't really close with anybody and no one told me anything. Okay. So, but let's backtrack though. So like mid 2016, it was like summer of 2016. There was a falling out in the group. It wasn't anyone in the actual immediate circle. It was like two other people that were there. There was a falling out between them, which them two were connected to other people, which it kind of made the group collapse. The entire group collapsed, right? Like the entire friend group disbanded, all of that. And at that point, I ended up going and making new friends. Literally, Nick on his stream was like, yeah, Jay was gone. Jay made new friends. Like, that's literally what happened. And at that point, even when the group reformed and came back and all of that, I was still not really in those Skype calls, in those Discord calls or whatever. I was in a whole nother Discord group. So I had grew distant from everybody. And then in 2017, that was when I stopped doing Pokemon content and I, you know, tried to do variety content because I kind of got tired of uploading Pokemon videos and stuff. So, you know, there was that. And eventually it was 2018 where, you know, Nappy hit me up and he was like, you know, would you want to work on a big collaboration project, whatever? And I was like, I straight up told him, I just want to hang out with my friends again. Like, that's all I wanted, because it was just me doing my thing for like a year, right? It was just me doing my thing for like a whole solid year. The entirety of 2017, I was doing my thing. And, you know, Nappy hit me up 2018 for Summer with the Squad. And I'll tell you right now, Summer with the Squad, like, oh, dude, it was so bad, bro. It was so fucking bad. It was so bad. It was bad because like there was no me time. There was no me time. I couldn't stream. I couldn't do anything because I was busy recording like a bajillion different co-ops, which don't get me wrong, the Soul Link with Twit was fire. It was absolutely hilarious. Recording Adventures Red with Nick was really fun as well. There was just so fucking much to do, and it was just a bad time all around. But let me tell you guys about Summer with the Squad though, because there was stuff that happened before the promo video went up. And so we were in Twitter DMs. It was me and a bunch of other people that were basically Summer with the Squad. We had a Summer with the Squad Twitter group, and you know, Nappy was like, yo, everybody drop their logos for, you know, their projects that they're doing for Summer with the Squad. And I was like, okay, well, I'm doing Pokemon TCGO and they already have a logo. So like, I'm just gonna give him that. And so I gave him that. He was like, Jay, what is this? Go get some commission. I'm like, why? He's like, because, you know, like, you need to look good and stuff. And I'm like, but I don't want to, you know, I didn't really even have the funds to go and get a logo made, and it was gonna be a logo that I wasn't even gonna use. That's the thing too, like I wasn't even gonna use the logo because, you know, I don't normally use logos in my thumbnails, not anymore. So I was like, what's the point of me getting this commission? So I was like, whatever. At first I was like, I don't want to do this. I was like, if this is gonna be a problem, I'll just leave the group and y'all can do y'all thing. You know, I wish you all the best. That's literally what I said. That's what I said. And then eventually I was convinced to stay, and I was like, fine, whatever. I'll go get a logo made. Okay. I think the only person that really stuck up for me was Nick. You know, Nick was like, he offered to leave. And like, I offered to leave. And he was just like, nah, don't leave, bro. Don't leave. I'm just like, man, what the fuck ever, dude. So went and got a logo commissioned. The person who it's funny. The person who I asked for logos, I need a Pokemon Duel logo as well. I was like, hey man, I need 2 custom logos, one for TCGO, one for Pokemon Duel. And they literally came back and were like, don't those games already have logos? And I was like, yes. Why am I here? But no, I have to make the video look good. So whatever. And then apparently Nappy was like screaming and yelling to Mo about me or some shit like that. I don't know anything about that, but what the fuck ever. I didn't want to get anything commissioned because I literally was like fucking broke as shit. Okay, I didn't make any money. All right, I killed my own channel. I wasn't making money at all. Okay. Anyways, so Summer with the Squad happened. UCL season 3 happened or whatever. And, you know, apparently Nappy didn't tell a good chunk of the UCL people about season 3 or whatever. And, you know, they were surprised when we announced it through Summer with the Squad. And I'm just like, bro, why didn't he tell some of these people? Like, he told some people, but he didn't tell everybody. And I was like, that's kind of fucked, right? Like, that is definitely kind of fucked. And that was when, you know, we were like, bro, like, does this person hate us? And he was like, oh yeah, you know, like he doesn't fuck with us anymore. And I'm like, us? And you know, I DM'd that person, and I was like, bro, are we still cool? And he was like, yeah, we still cool, man. Like, what the fuck? So, anyways, there was that, man. Summer with the Squad was just fucking horrible. Gosh, dude. Then let's talk about Primetime. Let's talk about Primetime, bro, because Primetime. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes Primetime is really fun, but holy crap, Primetime behind the scenes was fucking ass. It was so bad to the point where I was literally debating on leaving Primetime because I just did not want to do it anymore. Okay, so you guys know Primetime happened every Saturday at 8 p.m. EST to 4 a.m. EST. So 8 hours of streaming. All right. First of all, you have to break your sleep schedule for that. Okay, like you have to go to sleep at 4 a.m. I literally built my sleep schedule to work around Primetime. So in that way, me going to sleep at 4 a.m. was the norm, which I really wish I didn't have to do that, right? I really wish I didn't have to do that. It's fucking stupid. And like, Nappy would chalk it up to it being a job or whatever. Like, this is a job just as much as any other job. And it's like, but damn, it's not even fun anymore. Like, bro, this ain't even fun. It's a chore. You know, it was a fucking chore. Because if you wanted to be a part of Primetime, you have to show up on time. You have to go live at 8 p.m. EST. And you have to stay live until 4 a.m. EST. Now, that schedule only benefited one person and one person only. And it was Nappy. Excuse me. and it was Nappy. The schedule for everybody else, it did not benefit us at all. Like, at all. Okay? If you guys watched me during primetime, you guys would see that by midnight, I'm checked out. I don't care about the last 2 games. You know, like, GTA was fun and everything, but you could see just how tired I was and how much I wanted to go and sleep. But I couldn't, because if I wanted to be a part of primetime, I had to stay there for the whole 8 hours. Everybody had to stay there for the whole 8 hours. He would constantly get mad at Nexus for leaving or whatever, even though Nexus literally had to go, right? You know, Nexus wouldn't have to go or whatever. I mean, so I think Nexus had to go. I'm not really sure. He can tell you whatever, but it was just a bad time. Also, if you want to be a part of primetime, Nappy was like, well, we need to play a new game every month or whatever. And we need to buy new games. We need to buy like a AAA title, $30 to $60 game, and like a lot of us were financially struggling. I was definitely financially struggling. I was struggling financially for a while. So I didn't have spare funds for expensive games. And, instead of Nappy being the guy to be like, hey, yeah, man, I'll, gift you the game or whatever. Instead, because, the dude sitting on a ton of money, considering he would get a ton of subs in a stream, he would get a ton of bits and stuff. His YouTube channel was doing very well. Instead of, him offering to buy people the games and stuff like that, he would instead say, hey, let's start like a primetime charity kind of thing where people would, donate their money and we would use that money to buy games. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like I was like, why? Like, because people would want to see us play these games. It's like, dude, what? Like, bro, I have trouble already taking people's money, right? I already have trouble enough as is doing that. No, that just did not sit right with me. It really didn't sit right with me. But you would be forced to buy games that you knew that you were never going to play ever again. You have to burn $30 to $60 on a game that you just knew that you did not want to fucking play. Like, to this day, I still never bought Sea of Thieves because I did not like that fucking game. And I was like, if y'all stream Sea of Thieves, y'all better stream it last because I'm not going to fucking play it. I'm not going to play it. And I didn't. So it was just a bad time, man. It was just a really bad time. He would scream at Grimmy. He would scream at so many people because they were late or because they wouldn't be able to show up or something like that. And, it's like they had personal lives that they were going through and shit and, personal drama and shit. And, he would get mad and everything. And it was just like, bro, what? Like, come on now. Like, primetime, it just got really, really toxic over time to the point where, Mo left primetime, Nexus left primetime, Mo and Nexus left the pen to op and stuff, and it was just crazy. And I remember a couple of days before everything went down on Twitter last year, we had a primetime call, and we were talking about the status of primetime, and Nappy was like, okay, we need to have attendance and stuff, and if you don't show up if you have too many unexcused absences, then you'll be booted from primetime. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? School? Like, what? Like, what is this? Like, what? What? What the fuck? Is this school? Like, I thought this was supposed to be fun. This ain't fun. This is not fun at all. This is whack. But okay. Sure. Okay, whatever. And at that point, I was really debating on leaving because I was planning on getting a job. I was planning on getting a job, and I told him that. And Nappy was like, well, they have you fill out a schedule of your available days. Just say that you're not available, during the day on Saturday and all day Sunday. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I wasn't gonna fucking do that shit. Like, what the fuck? No. Anyways, but yeah, that was pretty much primetime in a nutshell. Like, on the surface, primetime looked fun, but on the inside, we were all dying on the inside. And Nappy would always say, yeah, if we push primetime and stuff, all these companies will start to collab with us and everything. And the only company that collabed with us was Rockstar, right? That was the only time, okay? No one else would hit us up. They would always hit up Nappy, and Nappy would always be the one to benefit from everything. You know, I remember he got like Red Dead 2 early and whatever. Like, he got all these games early and shit from Rockstar, but none of us ever got any kind of love like that. None of us ever got hit up like that. You know, we were just like, where are all these companies at, bro? Like, where are all these companies supposed to be hitting us up, bro? Like, no one's hitting us up. Like, bro, what? So yeah, Primetime, fun time. Primetime was, yay. Anyways, so there's that. So then, you know, a couple days, like maybe a day or two after the whole Primetime call, everything about Nappy started coming to light. You know, Callum told his side of the story about him and Nappy's previous relationship. Apparently, Callum was 16 while Nappy was 21, and that's fucking weird considering me and Nappy are literally 2 weeks apart in terms of birthdays. So it was really weird to hear that this dude was sitting here talking to minors and stuff like that, bro. Like, bro, what? Like, that's just not cool. That's just fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting, okay? And then, you know, Luke came out with his side of his story, you know, and, you know, it makes sense now that, you know, they were exiled from the group. Now everything is starting to like piece together, right? Everything is piecing together because for the longest time, I didn't know why Luke didn't hang around us anymore. I didn't know why Callum didn't hang around us anymore. And you know, it wasn't really my personal, it wasn't my business, right? You know, I'm not the kind of person to pry into someone else's like private life or their business or anything like that. You know, if you want to talk about it, sure, but I'm not going to try to force it out of you. That's not who I am. So, you know, I just kind of was like, whatever. I mean, they had their falling out. You know, I'm still cool with them, so, you know, whatever. But I didn't know exactly what happened. And, you know, everything started to make sense. You know, I always wondered why people like Duncan had like an intense hatred for Nappy. I was like, there's just no way Duncan can be this mad, or he can have so much hatred for Nappy over free-for-alls. There's just no fucking way. That's what Nappy tried to chalk it up to be, but there's just no fucking way. And now it makes sense. Everything started to make sense. You know, Nappy would always sit there and say, I don't understand why people hate me. All I do is sit down and play video games all day. And, you know, for the longest time, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Why do people hate you so damn much? You know, why do people hate you? All you do is sit down and play video games, you know? Like, what? You know, I always wondered that. And now I know why. Because he was doing some really fucked shit, you know, behind everybody's backs. And it's crazy because he would literally sit there and hound Nathan about doing that shit, and he turns around and does the same exact thing. And that is why he gets no sympathy from me, okay? He gets no sympathy from me at all because he's a hypocrite. Like, he's a hypocrite. And it's like, I can't really even speak on all of that stuff because nobody told me that he was doing this shit. You know, everybody was holding on to this information about Nappy, and, you know, I thought that I was friends with a few people and everything. But no, I guess I wasn't. You know, like I said, I was distant. You know, I was very distant in the group. The only time that I would really interact with people would be during Primetime, Penta-Op, or, you know, Summer with the Squad. That's literally it. That's literally the only time I would interact with everybody. Other than that, I was in a whole different Discord group. I was gone. I was gone. Especially after I stopped playing Pokemon, I was gone, dude. I was not really there. So I wasn't really close to anybody. So yeah, I guess no one told me anything. And when I found out everything on Twitter, it was really shocking. It was really, really shocking. A friend of mine, excuse me, guys. Oh, excuse me. You know, a friend of mine, she was at PAX, and, you know, she called me, and it was her and someone else on the phone. And, you know, they were like, yo, Jay, are you good? And I'm like, no, I'm not good. What is happening? What is this? What is it? What is all this information? And it felt like everybody knew except for me. Everybody knew. Everybody knew about what Nappy was doing with minors and stuff. And it's like, I still to this day don't know the very specifics. I just remember seeing the tweets from one of the victims and whatnot. I saw like the messages and everything, and it was just really fucking disgusting. And again, me and Nappy are 2 weeks apart when it comes to birthdays, so it's really disgusting when, like, you're age 25 and you're fucking with 16-year-olds. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, that's just fucking weird. Like, that's disgusting. It's weird. Why? You know, like, how? How? It's crazy. You know, it's absolutely insane, because it's like, you are a decently sized channel. You could literally get, not really anybody, but you could get a good chunk of people that are legal, that are like above the age of 18. You could do it. You could. But you're gonna go for 16-year-olds. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you're a full grown adult and you are going after high schoolers. What's wrong with you? Like, bro, what? That is disgusting. That is disgusting. But like I said, people didn't tell me. People did not tell me. People wouldn't tell me anything. So I was literally in the dark until everything came out on Twitter last year. And it's just like, and some people were like, you know, Jay, how did you not know this? You know, it's hard to believe that you would be in the friend group and you just didn't know. It's not all that hard to believe at all. No one told me anything. Nappy was never the one to talk about his relationship or anything like that. And everyone would just kind of like leave, but like they would talk about why they're leaving, but they would never specifically say, yeah, Nappy's doing all this shit, whatever. Like, no one would ever really say anything like that. They would just say the group was toxic. That's all that I got. And I didn't know what that meant. And now I know what it means. You know, I found out, and it was like, wow. That's just fucked, man. It's fucked. It's fucked. But that's my side, basically. I don't know if I'm uploading this. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. That's my side of the story. I don't really know how else to close out this video. So, you know, I guess thank you guys for listening. You know, I'm going to try to bring you guys, you know, good content, decent content. YouTube is literally just kind of like a side thing for me now, because I actually have a job. So, yeah, YouTube is a side thing. I still stream on Twitch, very much so. I love streaming on Twitch. It's really fun. Stream every day, every night at around like 8 p.m. EST. You know, yeah. Like I said, I didn't really have all that much to add, but I guess, you know, I somehow managed to talk for 20 something fucking minutes. So, wow, that's great. Awesome. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I know that it's very dark times for people. You know, the like, everybody's lives got flipped upside down. You know, my life has definitely got turned all topsy-turvy and all that. So, you know, because the Rona, but yeah, you know, stay safe, wash your hands, cover your, you know, sanitize, cover your mouth, you know, don't cough in people's faces, don't sneeze in people's faces, or someone's going to punch you. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.